Napabalitang ba kayong reaction or nais sabihin tungkol dito?
Opo. Ang pagpa-file po ng kandidatura at ang pagwi-withdraw is personal decision po yun. Respetuhin po natin kung ano po ang decision ni Senator Bong Go. Ang sa amin naman po, sa unity, ang amin pong adhikain is pagkakaisa. Kaya po, tuloy-tuloy yung pagpapananawagan namin sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa Duterte administration na magkaisa po tayong lahat para po sa susunod na taon na eleksyon.
Thank you, ma'am.
Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Continue to wear your mask at magpabakuna po tayo ng 2 dose. Bye! See you soon!
Alam mo kasi, put it this way, it's very difficult now that Senator Bong Go is not a candidate to endorse anyone else other than Inday Sarah's presidential candidate. It's just very difficult, very impractical, and of course, you cannot ignore, hindi mo po pwede baliwalain na namili na yung sinusuportahan mo para sa vice-presidente kung sinong gusto niya maging ulo. Yan po isang napaka-laking dahilan din kung bakit sumapi na po tayo dito sa unit team.
Sir, how would you describe the balancing act between the family tapos yung mga kaalyado ni Presidente? Kung magbi-BBM ba sila or hihintayin nila yung pag-withdraw ni Senator?
Well, my personal assessment is, since Senator Bong Go has said that he will withdraw, that many of, if not all of the President's supporters will find it difficult not to support the choice also of Mayor Inday Sara. Dahil talaga namang lahat ng mga Duterte ay susuporta kay Mayor Inday Sara. Mahirap lang talaga na baliwalain ang piniling kandidato ng ating Vice Presidente, Mayor Inday Sara.
So are there allies pushing the President to go for BBM na tapos na para maayos na?
I'm one of those. I think once and for all, we should support one tandem, and I think it is the unit team for various reasons. Number one, the presidential candidate was personally chosen by Mayor Inday Sara. Number two, I think of all the candidates, BBM has the longest track record of public service as a 4-time governor, 1-term congressman, and 1-term senator. No presidential candidate other than Ping Lacson can come close to him. Pero again, Ping Lacson's experience was only as in the legislative branch of government and not in the executive.
Sir, Secretary Evasco is a martial law victim. You also have a record of opposing martial atrocities. How would you reconcile lahat ng
I have personally researched that there is no case against Bongbong Marcos for ill-gotten wealth. I have personally researched that there is no decision against Bongbong Marcos for any human rights violation, even in the United States. And I have personally ensured that the only record that BBM has is that of the non-filing of tax returns. So I think I cannot consider that the sins of the father is the sin of the son, no?
So it's okay for you that he has not acknowledged nor apologized for the atrocities during martial law?
Well, what I'm saying is no one should be guilty by way of association.
Presidential daughter and VP wannabe Sara Duterte says Senator Bong Go's withdrawal from the presidential race ushers in the consolidation of support for the Marcos-Duterte tandem. In a statement her camp issued Thursday morning, the younger Duterte said, quote, "Tuloy-tuloy na po tayo sa ating pagkakaisa kasama ang BBM Sara Unit Team upang tayo ay magtagumpay sa ating hangarin para sa bansa," unquote. Sara Duterte made the same remarks in a tape video her camp uploaded on her Facebook account.
Ang pagpa-file po ng kandidatura at ang pag-withdraw is personal decision po yun. Respetuhin po natin kung ano po ang decision ni Senator Bong Go. Ang sa amin naman po, sa unity, ang amin pong adhikain is pagkakaisa. Kaya po, tuloy-tuloy yung pagpapananawagan namin sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa Duterte administration na magkaisa po tayong lahat para po sa susunod na taon na eleksyon.
Go is the president's preferred successor. In a separate interview, former Malacanang spokesman and Duterte ally Harry Roque says Go's dropping his presidential bid leaves the administration without a candidate yet for the 2022 national election.
The administration itself has not declared any support for any particular presidential candidate. Put it this way, it's very difficult now that Senator Bong Go is not a candidate to endorse anyone else other than Inday Sarah's presidential candidate. It's just very difficult, very impractical, and of course, you cannot ignore, hindi mo po pwede baliwalain na namili na yung sinusuportahan mo para sa vice-presidente.
Another stumbling block for presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos on his road to Malacanang. The Akbayan Citizens Action Party marched to the Commission on Elections headquarters in Manila Thursday to file a second disqualification case against Marcos. This is the fifth petition opposing his 2022 bid. The Akbayan members say Marcos has been disqualified from holding a government post after being found guilty of not filing his income tax returns from 1982 to 1985. Petitioners say although the penalty of a perpetual ban from public office only took effect in 1986, it covers at least a year out of the 4 which Marcos was found guilty of not filing his ITR since the 1985 declaration should have been filed by April of the following year.
Hindi natin nahahayaan na makatakbo ulit si Bongbong Marcos kasi yung kanyang pagtakbo ay direktang insulto sa mga mamamayang Pilipino. Mas maraming mga kaso, mas mataas yung tsansa na ma-disqualify sana siya.
Marcos's team shrugged off the petition. His spokesperson Vic Rodriguez says this is part of one group's plan to block his candidacy. Rodriguez adds Marcos and his running mate, presidential daughter Sara Duterte, remain focused on helping Filipinos recover from the pandemic. A new disbarment complaint has been filed before the Supreme Court against controversial lawyer Larry Gadon. This is months after he claimed former President Noynoy Aquino died of human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV. The complainants cited his gross misconduct, particularly his blatant violations of several provisions under the Code of Ethics for those in legal practice and the lawyer's oath. The respondents also sought libel charges against Gadon. In June, the lawyer claimed Aquino died due to HIV. It was later disclosed by the late president's family that his cause of death was renal disease secondary to diabetes. In 2019, Gadon was suspended by the High